You're ready. I see you're just loading the wrong save. I want you to go to no, please, and load save 0 or 01. One of the two new game plan saves. You can also go left and right, by the way.
Oh, to pages. Okay.
Yeah. This was just teaching. It's not really necessary that we start at the same time. Just hit yes. I'm confirming. And then we're going to go and start our settings. So, of course, we're going to do tanker plant. That's reasonable. And we're going to go to very easy. That's the difficulty of today. And the radar choice really doesn't matter. I think for beginners, it's reasonable to have it on. On very easy, the radar is always active. You don't need to go to the terminal. And for example, I personally, when I started Metal Gear Solid 2, I had some trouble when I was swimming around in Shell 2 because I didn't really know where to go left and right. So that's where the radar helped me. But it's fully optional. It does not matter in the sense for the speedrun. In the 𝐇𝐚𝐮 snakes, for example, we have to turn the radar off to save a little bit of time doing a codec. It's not the case with MGS2. Any of these three settings works. We're just going to go with the first one, radar type 1. Once we do this here, then the time will start. Time will start once this screen goes away, but you can accelerate it already by turboing here with start. You can see the input on my screen, at least on YouTube. But for code, you can't see them, but I don't think you need them. If you need to, I can quickly swap the view around, I think. But it should be fine. So we're just going to hold start here and X and O. And I'm just going to, before we continue, just going to pause here. We should be at around 15 to 16 seconds here, ideally below 16 seconds. And of course, we're very easy. We're going to enter here to the right. So very easy to normal. We always go right up the start of the game here, the after deck. And only on hard and high we go actually left. So just go up here. You know, very easy. We don't need to do anything here. We just go up. We're going to shoot this guy once. Very easy. All of these people here immediately fall asleep and we go through the door. As simple as that. Now, what you can do is, what I saw some people do is, when they go up here, that they just hold up basically. So they turn up here, turn left in one smooth motion, and then do a cartwheel, a roll forward. When you do this roll forward, you can, with turbo active also here, then turbo through this cutscene, which doesn't cost you any time. I mean, if you do it like this, that's not good. Yeah, with turbo on, you could just automatically mash start through this. But it's like a very fine-tuned thing. Thanks to turbo and start, we can basically do the skip without losing any IGT because, of course, the IGT pauses when we pause the game. After that, it's just a matter of going around the corner here. We want to hold L1 and then hold this guy up by pressing square and quickly shoot him. Normally, he would not go left. He would be still at that corner. But yeah, just running up to him while holding L1 and you keep running, gunning down him. Again, in one shot, he goes to sleep and then we continue up these stairs, which we want to actually roll up. So these stairs, when we go up, always roll them up. Then we will go down these stairs. Here you have to immediately, actually it doesn't matter. Here you want to just skip the cutscene as quickly as possible. But yeah, just follow up to here and we're good. Boss coming easy times, exactly. Boss coming does not work for the Master Collection PC version because there we have load removed real time. So the pausing there does not stop your time. And yeah, once this cutscene starts, you're just gonna hold down X, for example, with turbo to skip it as quickly as possible. So we just made it here, and this camera does not move; it's static, right? So there's nothing we can do here. And since we're playing very easy, it also really doesn't matter, right? Because on very easy, there's a simple rule: even if you do an alert like here, gonna alert once I leave the room and enter the next one, it immediately drops. So you always enter a room without any alert state. It's always clean, basically. So in deck D, the last thing we want to do is basically go around here. As we go through the door, we're going to mash X a little bit, just skip the cutscene, and then just roll up these stairs. So here you want to definitely hold down turbo, because there's a lot of things happening, and after the codec is another cutscene. And from then, you want to take this like slight diagonal line down, and as you approach the door, that's why I usually never turn off turbo. When you go from here, in this line, I already press triangle, so that I basically get sucked towards the door. There's this certain angle and a certain momentum with turbo where you basically open this door a little bit earlier than when you were actually standing here and then press triangle. So from this cutscene here, go down and already hold triangle with turbo. You open the door slightly earlier. And then we're getting the first boss fight, which is Olga. So you want to pause. So Olga can either go left side or right side. You have a right side. On very easy, when you see her being on the right, you immediately want to shoot. which is why normally runners hold down already just X and square in this sense here to skip the cutscene and then immediately shoot. In my instance,
in case she goes right.
Yeah, in my instance, she went left. I don't want to shoot, and that's why I personally don't like the turbo here. There is a certain key point here, and I could spend hours on Olga here, but there's a certain point where you want to aim. So I normally go up here to the front, and I hope you can tell on the screen, not sure if you can see it, my little red dot is currently at this little part of the shelf. And if I were to go a little bit higher, you don't see the red dot anymore, but I'm like inside of this little open square. That's where Olga's head will end up. No matter if she starts right or left, she will always run to this spot, and we can give her a headshot right in this spot here. Now, this was not a headshot because it was slightly too low, but that's the idea. Inside the center of this little open square in the shelf, that's where her head will end up. We'll do all of her speech. So I move my cursor actually to the top right corner of the shelf. And as after her speech, she will run forward to the box. That's what she always will do. She will always run forward to the box after the speech. So we can actually aim at the top right corner. I normally do a little bit lower. I'm going to try to show it while pausing.
On the battlefield, conflict and victory were my parents. The unity.
There. Oh my god.
My life.
I think it's very easy, so I don't need to hurry. So there we go. When she runs forward, I normally aim specifically at this spot. So I can just let go of square, the attack button, when she's moving past. So I already get a second headshot without any stress. I will pre-aim all these spots, you know, in the middle of the shelf and on the top right corner of the shelf. And I will always know her head will be there. Those are the two easy ones. Thankfully, playing on very easy, we have also another advantage. Her stamina will drain. This is something that only happens on very easy and easy difficulty, where even if you give her a body shot, over time, her stamina will be lowered and lowered, right? So this fight will automatically end quicker than slower.
We've shared
and so even if I mess up like here, I'm like, oh, what am I doing? I want to go back in position. Ideal.
Nothing except the unit. Nothing else.
Yeah, that was not ideal. It was just a got her in the throat.
Whoever you are, you're not.
Like even if she runs away like this, we can just auto aim after her, and we see that her stamina gets lower and lower. So ideally, we never go to this phase. Ideally, we can end this phase already earlier. But if things go like very, very wrong, I guess you can do it like this.
Oh, I've had it happen a few times.
Yeah, they're going very easy. Doesn't matter too much as long as you do get the shot into her. I'm gonna restart again here. And hopefully I can demonstrate a strategy for left side properly. Because the thing is, if she goes left, there's a relatively high chance that she can also loop. So we don't even ever get to her dialogue. She goes left here, so I once again aim a little bit higher than this in this spot. Wait for her to come by. You can even give her a headshot here. And so if you're lucky, she will just stand there and not start the dialogue. If she does not start her dialogue immediately, give her just another headshot. And then she will crouch down, come over her head again and stuff like that. It's quite easy. She will always be behind the shelf there in the opening where I aim first. And you can just give her 3 extra headshots, and then that's basically the Olga loop, right? Like nothing's happening, and she can just be finished before basically her dialogue starts. Now I should open the trainer ideally to quick reset the fight, but I'm just not going to do that. I'm going to quickly die here. Right, this is right side as said. Right side I want to open with L1 and square just to give her 2 body shots. And she's not at 50%, but you can see how her stamina was already draining by 1 digit. During her dialogue, it will automatically drain all the way to 50% even. So if you give it like 2 body shots on the right side, she will be at 50% after her dialogue.
I've been with the unit since I was born. I grew up.
And I guess on very easy, you can also forget any of the headshots if you want to. If she runs forward, just give her another body shot. And then normally she goes behind here. Like there. Like a little bit to the right here of this bottom.
I have no one. Nothing.
Runs forward, aim to the right of the box. And that's the fight. That's like very quickly how to do Olga. Very quickly, very roughly. And I guess that's enough for today about Olga. I'll just let you repeat this code and then If anyone wants to dig deeper into Augur, there's other videos on my channel and also on other people's channels. But we'll make this like a rough D-Rust session here, so that's basically all I can or need to teach you. And by the way, auto aim does not work in first person view like this. So you want to go out of first person and just hold L1. Like you can see how I'll aim after her, but it's actually better if you're not in FPV. But yeah, let's see what she does. Almost. You're gonna aim at her the box. Nope. And when she runs forward like this, she has iframes. But there you go, yeah. If she, by the way, if she goes and crouch behind the shelf and then runs forward, she does not have iframes. But if she's been shot and immediately runs forward, she has iframes during her transition forwards to the box. Very specific.
That's what I was always confused about. When does she have iframes and when does she not have iframes?
Yeah, exactly. All right, so we're done here. Of course, there's this little thing called a daft drop, where when you go down, you don't have a weapon in hand, and you just smash square or attack key. Can happen that the animation gets skipped and you don't fall on like this. Maybe it needs to be done like this. There you go. So he just stepped down without actually the falling animation. Saves you less than a second. Totally worth going for because it doesn't happen like you don't lose time. You just don't get the time save. So you, after she's done here, you want to unequip, walk down, and then aim to the right, basically. And as you aim right, you want to hold down square as well. Is it even consistent? This is not consistent at all. Hey, Horizon. You would turn right here, hold down square, and if you don't get it, you don't get it. But if you do get it, you save a little bit of time. So it's a very minor optimization. Totally worth going for. If you get it, cool. If you don't, like, you have not lost time at least. Yeah, and afterwards, we just go through the door. Normally, at this moment, I also put the gun back on again, because we're going to swap back and forth with our weapons starting from here. So, we made it to deck E. Now we just got to walk down. Super easy. We want to go here and turn around the corner. And as we are around the corner, like 1 or 2 steps in, we want to do a roll forward. And as we do the roll, we normally hold down R2. Or we did it a little bit too late. And we want to go to the side, so I have the USP in hand. I'm going to go and take this ammo box, so I have 1 USP ammo. Ideally. And then we're just going to go around the corner and drop down. If you're not too slow, you don't get hit like this. So while I'm explaining and doing the thing, I'm also, of course, getting caught here. But yeah, the idea is you go down, you do the roll, and during the roll, you just hold R2 and tap to the left or right, so you can swap to USP. Thanks to previous, you can now go back and forth between M9 and the USP. Perfect. Now go up and around the corner, roll down. Perfect. All right. Now that we're here, we just go. There's nothing we can do. We always get caught by the camera. Roll down. And now on deck B, we want to do something. So immediately as we load into the room and we go down the stairs, I hold right on the controller. Because Snake will not be caught here at the like handles. You can just hold right, and then first frame possible when you will turn right and can continue moving. As I go around the corner here, once again, I want to hold down L1 to run and gun, and I want to shoot the wall. So this guy is here. I'm going to run through him, leave, and we're going to go through this door. But I'm going to wait here quickly before the door, because as we enter the room, we have to do something. So I'm going to wait here for a second. You can catch her. So as we enter the next room, I have the USP in hand, right? What I want to do is we enter the room, skip the cutscene. I go left and I press to shoot. This guy, we're calling an alert. Let him call it in. We go over the railing, drop down here. And as you maybe have spotted it, this guy coming from the bottom up actually phases through us. I don't know how it works, but he just does. It's perfect for us because nobody has seen actually how we go down. And all these guards are programmed actually to prevent us from going into the engine room. So, now that everyone's focused on me going right, but we're actually not going right, what do we do down here? What are we going to do? Progzag skip. As I drop down here, you take like 1 step forward. And as you do the step forward, you do a roll. And when the roll stops, you're basically perfectly aligned with the door here. All I want to do is use my D-pad to the right to lean against it like this here. So I'm aligned. And normally when I do the roll from the stairs down, I already just switch to the magazine and also prepare my menu. So normally I don't have a ration here. That's funny. I want to go to my camera and immediately unequip it again. The camera is for all the way in holds. That's not good. I'm basically, just to show it, more leaning towards the right half of the door. That's where I end up. You don't need to adjust it. You don't need to go up or left. Like, you don't need to do anything. As you do the roll here, right? Just hold right. You're already in position. I want to go in FPV and I want to throw the magazine. And there's different ways how to do the timing. I always teach it like this. There's a certain point in time where I want to... There we go. There's a certain point in time where I want to start holding right on the D-pad as I hold FPV. And that's exactly the frame you see in here. When his left arm goes forward and I see his left arm going on screen here, that's when I tap D-pad right to turn into the door. And I stop basically as I'm looking at like 2 o'clock or almost 3 o'clock. And then I face through the door. That's Prozac skip. I'm going to try to do it one more time. The problem, of course, is now that the door is open. So I'm going to like pretend like this is it. Right? So I look here. I throw the magazine, and as I see his left arm come forward, I turn into the door like this. My aim is basically here. So when I see this door frame, I know I can let go with both. So right and FPV, I just let go. And then I should immediately hit the load zone behind this door and face through the door. So there's a way to optimize your menus. So from here, you would normally go back to USP. I already was on M9. For beginners, I would still recommend to do one roll forward and swap to the other weapon. And of course, since it's very easy, we just need to do one sensor shot. So I stand here by this door. Let me actually show. So I stand basically here. Like a little bit in front of the door and a little bit to the right of it. So when I go here, I just need to tap down and then we're good to go. And since it's very easy, it's just one sensor. So afterwards, we immediately go forward. All right. So here, for beginners, I always recommend just get your M9 in your hand. Since everyone's one shot, we're just going to hold up D-pad forward here or up and L1 already. I'd never let it go basically here. And we just tap the M9 attack button once. Because he says here. Whoop. And now on very easy only, we can also go around the corner here and then shoot the guy. And before the alert fully comes in, he should already be asleep. For some beginners, that might be a problem. You can help yourself by just delaying by one punch. Right, so I go punch. And then after the punch, there's a little bit more distance that this guy walks to the left. And then you should easily hit him. So as you heard maybe, he was alerting, but I shot him before the alert fully came in. That's all you gotta do. So ideally, you do this without any delay. You just run through, shoot the guy as you turn around the corner. But it may be helping if you delay yourself just a little bit. But don't really make it a habit. Ideally, you get to it until then. This third guy here on the right will fall asleep as we pass here. There's nothing we gotta do. And at the end, you want to go like slightly down here. So go right and then whoop, little corner. And then you want to turbo into the door. And that's deck 2. In any case, we're moving onwards into Guard Rush. So I use my D-pad here. You can also do this with analog stick. You want to be sure to put the USP on. And then basically you want to do a roll forward in the middle of this room here. You know, once this side room comes in here, that's where you do a roll forward. And when we start the next fight, I'm going to show you right away. When we start the next fight, we're going to hold an L1, left stick forward, X and square. Now, this looks like I'm crouching, but when the cutscene ends, I will be crouching already. So when I hold forward as well, I don't do right now, of course, because I would lie down. But if I hold L1, forward on left stick, X and square, I would immediately stand up, have my gun out, and run forward, right? So we'll be able to just run into this. And that helps me to basically frame perfect, get up, run forward, and also have my gun out. And then once I'm a little bit further forward, I start shooting. So it looks like this. I do the roll here, L1, square, and X. Like this. Immediately kill the first guy. Go starting 3 shots. Super easy. And now it's up to you if you want to kill the 2 guys that are not the box guard, or if you want to actually try to aim on the box guard. The box guard can be just showing his head, which is like the left half at the corner. Very small. Or he actually comes out all the way. So he's like fully standing. Then you can even use auto aim. You don't need to first person aim in at all. Let's do a more like this. Wow. So I barely got him. Oh, good. And this guy, if he doesn't show up like this, you actually have to FPV in. Oh yeah. This is very easy. 4 guys are down, and then the 3 extra guards are coming out. There's a certain spot I look here. It's basically halfway of this like right side wall here. This is where I aim. When the guards come out, they will come out, do a very brief break at this point, and then keep moving to the left. And that's basically where you can perfectly just shoot them one by one in the head. And fun fact, these 3 guys that come out here don't even count for your statistic. Oh yeah, I'm fucking up here. If it happens to you, let the fuck up, just aim to the left and then they all in one line. Oh, yeah, there's guard pressure. It's not that complex on the beginner level. All you gotta know is at the beginning, L1, left stick forward, X and square. That's the perfect beginning. Super easy to do, and then afterwards just spam them down immediately. Yeah, this guy you can definitely just 5-person shot. You don't need to shoot anyone else. And then it's just a box guard. If he's like this, you gotta shoot him FPV. Everyone else I would actually shoot 1st-person view. Nice, that's how it should look like. I'm gonna teach you the basic variant of the ladder glitch with the SOCOM. Super easy. You stand in front here, right? You gotta have the camera on previous. If you've not done it yet, you make sure to have it on previous. And what we want to do is, super basic explanation is, we want to go here and delay yourself. And we do this by doing punch, punch, kick. And during this kick animation, we have lots of time to tap our L2. And as you can see, it takes a long time before the camera actually gets active. And in this time before the camera gets active, we also press triangle to have both the camera active and the ladder. And that will allow us to go into this glitch state with the ladder. Right, so go here. And as I'm here, I will now start doing the glitch. So you can see I'm just hopping forward. And that's the first start of the luggage. Now the question is, how do we get back again inbounds from the state? So we're getting out of this glitch. Well, if you mess up the timing, thanks to having the USB in your hand, you can just shoot. We're gonna alert and you get restart here. You don't even need the trainer to reset here. If you're like on console and practicing this, just shoot and you're fine.
Respond. Snake. Snake.
It is faster, true, but I think for beginners it doesn't matter too much. You're just starting out. In any case here, once again, how do we get from this glitch state back into a regular state so we can continue? And this is where the actual skip punts in. So, as I go here into this glitch state, I hold D-pad left, and you can see here, Snake turns to the left and does this little animation here. As it's in this animation, I can just let go, and he will do a little hop to the left. So as I let go here, now he will do the hops again, but to the left. And so as I see him starting to do his little animation, like looking up, this is where I can let go of left, and he needs to do like one hop to the left, and then I do the rest of the inputs. What are the rest of the inputs? In a very casual, slow fashion, all you gotta do is X, up, and triangle. Why do I look like this when I do this? Because I never remember what I need to say. I already just do it. It's fully in my muscle memory. Right here, we go left, and then X, up, triangle. And that allows us to automatically end up at the bottom of the stairs. Everything put together. As a beginner, just do a punch, punch, kick. Doing the kick, L2, and then triangle, hold left. And as you see this here, let go of left, X, up, triangle. Exactly how I said it. X, pause, up, pause, triangle. X, up, triangle. That's the speed, and then you end up at the bottom of the stairs, and you can continue your run. The super variant is when you approach from the left, you do the glitch, and instead of doing anything with up, left, and right, you just do holding D-pad right, and you tap X. And if you see Snake starting to shoot down, that's when you don't do any input. Because then you will automatically end at the bottom of the ladder. And all you gotta do is like tap or use the analog stick to go like up left a little bit and mash triangle to catch yourself at the bottom of the ladder again. I'm gonna show it here. I'm holding D-pad right and mash X. Letting go. And now you're like at the bottom of the ladder already, right? You're just hopping around here like, oh wait, great, I'm already at the bottom. When you go to the ladder, just mash triangle or Y here. And then you catch yourself at the ladder and you go down at the end.
Yep, that's what I did.
But basically, you will turn automatically in the air to the right side when you're face down. Like here. Oops. Now I was too afraid to do it. Okay. There you go. So that's what we're doing glitchless. We drop down looking south. And then as we drop down, we mash Y or triangle, and we automatically will be turned to the right. And from here on, we just go down the rest. That's what we're doing glitchless.
It's here probably.
Oh, it's great that we die here.
I think it was because I was also at the ladder, already on the ladder.
Who knows? Of course, the turbo will help you there, but that's it. Yeah. I was gonna say you can turbo this. All right, from here, I'm gonna go back to the M9, and of course, I want to be in the middle of these two lines here, in the middle of these two. So when I go past the projector, I don't have this happen. Great. Because if you're like too far south, you will be seen. If you're too far north or too far up, we'll like touch one of these guys. Just be there in the middle of this little space, and you're good to go. Okay. So up here, like this. This is perfectly fine. Hold left, and like before you go past this like black line here, you want to do like slightly down left to this guy, and then continue on. If that's too much, you can also just walk all the way around here. Doesn't matter. Go for here. You can roll to not touch the guy. I think, and go left. And of course, the alternative is if you don't want to deal with this, you still have to roll over this grate here because it will make noise and you will be seen. Either way works as long as you make it onwards to holds too. And then you can either do the roll through these guards, which is faster and very easy, or you can do, of course, the alternative where you just hold them up and you swap between weapons here. Tapping R2 to roll over here and then move on. Because I'm so used to the higher difficulties where we can't even do the roll anymore, I still do hold ups here, even on very easy. But I mean, that's like up to you. You can also do the roll through these guys, where of course you gotta make sure that you hit them straight onwards, and the whole left row basically just goes forward.
I think I always did the roll.
It is technically faster and very easy, that's for sure. If you go left.
Also funny as fuck.
Yeah, keep rolling. Don't want to go left, you want to go right. This is a strat that requires you to not hesitate at all. You gotta commit to it. Keep rolling. Go right around the box. Perfect. That's it.
Oh, I forgot to equip the camera.
Yeah, normally when you go through this door here, you do a roll forward and then tap L2 while you roll. So when you load into the room, ideally you have the camera already equipped. I have done that countless times. In this instance here, I did not do it at all. So what's super important is that you do not move from the spot away. You want to be exactly where you spawn into this level. In the first picture, you want to be like here, where there's like this little vertical line from the guardrail. And if you like just between the legs and arm, that's where the Marine logo is. From here on out, you just tap up until you're like roughly at the nose. That's the left side photo. And then you're done with the left side pictures in general.
Good.
Right? Unequip, go right. You want to go at the corner here. What I do is like I bump into the corner and then tap up left on the analog stick. So go right and then tap up left. And ideally, I'm almost there where I want to be. From here, I aim like this. So you see this little like white part? Imagine like the top of my circle being my pointer. This white part here is where I want to aim. I want to include this in the picture. I don't want to go like this left here, which is basically with this line. I don't want to go further left. I want to be like to the right of this line and include this white part in the cables. That's your picture from the right. And if you just tap right and then mesh, that's your picture from the front. Onwards to the computer, and before we reach the computer, unequip the N9 so it's in previous. This little menu trick that will help us in plant later. Alright, time to submit. LED, that's all the pictures. So like from here, yes, okay, great. So from here, we want to do a cartwheel up. So when we do the first step on here, we can do a cartwheel up right to save ourselves needing to do the rest of the steps. And of course, we go through the door here. Gonna do all the stuff first, then come back. Right. Okay. So we're not gonna grab the N9 underneath yet. We're just gonna go enter the terminal. Go here. Don't do a cartwheel here to the right as a beginner. In fact, I will not do any cartwheels for the rest of the tutorial. It's not really necessary for a beginner to do it. So cartwheels each only save, I think, 0.7 seconds, something like this. So I'm just gonna go here the rest manually. All right, gotta confirm here. Oops. Normally you want to turbo this, but I forgot to put on turbo. There you go. And after you leave, hold down select to enter the codec first frame. Skip these and you're good to go. And then once this closes, you can start walking bottom left, but there will be a second codec coming in, so it doesn't matter if you answer it first or if you keep moving, as long as you keep onwards. And now, after we've done all that, now we go back to the start, and then we crawl under the shelving to get the M9. You know, I already made a copy here. In any case, as we go here, we grab the M9. Now, if we end a tanker with the M9 in previous, we can get the M9 back into active by just tapping R2. So as we transition from tanker into plant, the M9 being in previous state stays. And this is where we don't need to like go for nothing and tap down and get the M9 out. No, if we have it in previous as we end tanker, when we start plant, we just need to tap R2 and go to the right and then go out here. And then after that, you just go to the elevator, you shoot the left guy, you want to skip this cutscene, of course. Again, they're all one shot here, so that's fine. And we're done. That's the docks section here of plant. Of course, as always, we want to go here, give all the things, and then we see each other on top of Strat A. So, as we are on top of Strat A roof, you can do a little optimization where you go here to this line and do like a very slight, like a 10 o'clock copy forward and hold down A or X. You do a cartwheel and that ends up in front of this hole here, right? So like when you start here, I do a copy like this. Not exactly not like this. Like very slightly up like this. So my head basically ends up already here. And then you just go through and you're done. If that's too much, just walk to the gate, crouch, and then crawl through. Remember, as you cross this line here, there will be a codec, so get ready to press select. And of course, turbo it. And then we leave through the door. Alright, from here, I leave turbo on the entire time. I'll just do D-pad down and A, because we're going to do 2 cartwheels and end up in the cutscene anyway. There's nothing you need to do manually. You just hold D-pad down and then turbo with A. Oops, ideally you don't turbo too long, or else you will crouch here, and then you go through here. Once you go through the door, you're going to hold down X and O again to turbo, because there's immediately a cutscene here, then we want to skip and everything. After all that is done, then we go back to gameplay. So I'll wait here for a second. Raiden will immediately stand up on his own, so you don't need to manually stand up. And from there, you can just start moving. In any case, please follow me. All right, as I said, he will stand up on his own anyway. Oh, good. From here, you gotta go left. You want to stick to the left cycle here. You can just shoot this guy, since we have the M9 early. And then you're good to go. I'm gonna go through this door. And then afterwards, either before you enter here, latest here, unequip the M9. Before you enter or before you start going to the left here, unequip the M9. It's important that the M9 is in previous, because this is another next part of some menu optimization. After you unequip the M9, or if you did it before, if the M9 is unequipped, you just go D-pad left and do a cartwheel forward. And then you skip through the cutscenes again. And then afterwards, we don't touch R2 at all until we meet Stillman. Because at this current point in time, the M9 is both in our active slot and in our previous slot. I know, confusing. But once we go to Stillman, after Stillman, we have nothing in our active slot, but the M9 stays in the previous slot. So we just go all the way through Stillman, don't touch R2 at all. And then after Stillman, we just tap R2 and we have the M9 immediately back in our hands. Again, super small optimization, but it's a very good habit to start with that right away. So follow me code and remember to unequip the M9 before we talk to Snake. After this here, when we go up, there will be a safe prompt codec from Rose right after this door. You can either like start a cartwheel towards this door from here and then go into the codec, or you just manually walk into the codec and do a slight cartwheel to the top left afterwards. It's really up to the runner's preference, I think. Oh, this can also happen where you crouch instead. So after here, you want to, of course, turbo with the cancel button, so you cancel the save prompt, and then you just walk on. Or if you walk through and do the cartwheel after that, you ideally copy it directly into the door animation. Alright, skip of course the cutscenes. And then we'll just run up to 𝐇𝐚𝐮 because nothing changes really here. You want to go up, and this is a segment where even beginners should absolutely do cartwheels because you just have to hold up. You can really not screw them up. Just stop before you go through this frame here, and then just do regular walking again. Same with here, we go to the left, we go up. Then we go to the right, meet 𝐇𝐚𝐮, go through all the hits, cutscenes, and then afterwards we see Japanese. So keep following me now. Okay, so we're doing counterclockwise with the conveyor belt glitch. That means we're gonna... We go here. As I said, tap R2 to get the M9 back in your hands. We go down here. We want to do one cartwheel, and during this cartwheel, just tap the coolant and unequip it again to go back to the M9. Then we're gonna go here to the toilets and stay here. This corner is already close enough. We don't need to go any further here. This corner is enough to spray the bomb. There's no reason why you should get closer. Don't do it. It's wasting your time. Spray the bomb from as far away as possible. After that, go back and unequip. And then leave through the door. Boring as cutscenes. Hell yeah. Alright, follow me. Now, normally we need to shoot the cipher that's here, but because we're very easy, we're just going to take the alert. And as we go down here, there's a guard. Just shoot him once. Cartwheel through to not get slowed down. And that's it. There's no reason to shoot the cipher. Just shoot this one guy. And that's it. Alright, strat B bomb. Super easy to do. We're going to go bottom right here. We go through the door. We close this door. And where we stand, you got to skip the cutscene. And where we stand, just use the coolant spray. This is automatically the fast diffuse. There's nothing else we're going to do. Afterwards, walk down. Lay to the left here. And normally this guy would be looking south, not north, as it is right now, because I took too long. If you look south, holding up and shooting quickly, we'll fall asleep. It's all good. And if you're late like me, like you can ignore him. But normally he would look south and you just need to gun him. And then you're good to go. Okay. And I'm going to do AB bridge as well, because AB bridge here. We're going to go north. This is very easy and easy exclusive. All other difficulties we need to go south, but very easy and easy. We can just avoid this guard altogether. Walk around here and then enter strat A. Alright, follow me. There we go. As we see here, Code needed to shoot the guy because he was way faster, of course. That's how it should look like. So, strat A. I normally go here, hold up the guard. Shoot him even if you want to. We're gonna go left here. On harder difficulties, there will be a camera here that would get us an alert, but on very easy, there's none. We're just gonna go here. We can get this pack of SOCOM bullets. Not necessary, but if you want to have it to be a little bit more full with ammo, totally fine to do it. Afterwards, we're going to go down here and go over these set of stairs. I'm going to immediately crouch here to the right and go up. And this is the first instance where we're going to use the so-called 𝐶𝐚𝐮 rise. What is 𝐶𝐚𝐮 rise? So normally when we go here, we stand up, takes quite some time. If we are on the floor like this, switch to the 𝐶𝐚𝐮, so we have PV, then press A, it still takes a long time. But here it comes. If we swap away from the 𝐶𝐚𝐮, I know, oh no, stay with me. If we swap away from the 𝐶𝐚𝐮, as we go up, the animation gets cancelled and we're immediately standing full. That's the Gen Z explainer. So here, 𝐶𝐚𝐮 X R2. Right, so R2 X R2, that's how we do 𝐶𝐚𝐮 quick rise. And that allows us to stand up immediately again, basically, without needing to wait for the whole get up cutscene. Grab the box one down there. R2 X R2. Oops, not twice. Already screwed it up here. And yeah, off we go. As we step over these stairs, I do a cartwheel. And I'm going to switch to the box 1. And then go back to the sensor A. So I already have it ready for later when I do the box glitch. Also works in real life. Indeed. Just follow me until here. And then we can do the second half of this. To the right. Exactly. R2X R2. Yeah. This is actually an input you can do super fast. Like this is one you don't need to delay at all. Just R2X R2. Like, and you're good to go. And now the second half is that we continue to the right. We're still gonna defuse the bomb. We go over these sets of stairs. You can do a cartwheel forward and hold A or X in a sense to end up already crawling here. So a little bit on optimization. You're gonna go up left. Go through here. If your butt cheeks are past the pipe, R2X R2. And you basically want to align yourself like a little bit to the south down here to like align like this. Right? We can't go any lower. And this is from that point where we just hold left. Crouch, go down, just hold left, R2, X, R2. And then R2 again, because now actually we want to go and spray the bomb. Normally, that's all what we need to spray the bomb from behind. We don't need to go all the way around here. Just this alignment that I showed you before. And just more explanation here. I come from here, I like slightly hold down left. And then keep holding left. Oops. Let's go left here like this. Ass cheeks out. R2 again and crouch. So it's R2X, R2X at the end. Got the coolant spray, stay here, and basically have this like box in the middle here. And you can hear that I'm spraying the bomb from behind. Now there's a codec here. And that's it. Alternatively, if you don't see this, another visual explainer is that the kneecaps basically need to meet like this like bright line on the floor. And like an extra backup is here if you lean against this. If your head basically aligns with this pipe that's right behind him. Like now my head is right behind this pipe here. That's also how low you can go. It's even a little bit further south than you need to be. You can be even a little bit higher, but yeah, if you spray like this, should also work. In any case, after this, go back again. R2, X, R2. Gonna crouch here. Here's one extra fun thing. Here you can actually go like D-pad down right. And we see like Raiden will like for a short moment actually teleport forward. R2, X, R2. And now we just go over here and leave the room. Being too close is bad, but you can be a little bit far off, I think. Yeah, that makes sense. All right, and in case we made it through here, every bridge, relatively simple. We will get spotted by the Cypher, right? As I go here, I'm just going to get ready to shoot with L1. Gonna trank this guy. But ideally, I hit him. And then there will be a guard just around the corner that we can also trank as we enter here. And afterwards, we enter the room, the alert will drop, and we do strat F. In full motion, it probably makes much more sense. As we see here. Yep, just shoot. And then get ready to shoot the guy that's coming.
Cartwheel. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Strat F. Nothing we gotta do here except walk around the corner with this guy. Can do a cartwheel over him to not get slowed down. And we wanna approach the guard here from this side, this guardrail. Go over, drop down, and as we stand here, use the coolant. We do not go down. From top here, we shoot the bomb. Spray the bomb, defuse it, and then we drop down, shoot this guy. We want to quickly grab the stuns, and then we just leave through the northern exit. That's it. That's strat F. Okay, that's not what I wanted to happen. That's funny. One quick reminder, after this one, you gotta skip a codec and cutscene here. And that's it. Now I'm gonna pause. So from here, we're gonna do some optimization. Here's one line. Here's another line. This is the third line. From this third line onwards, we want to do a cartwheel forward and then hold X down or A. So we end up lying on our belly. And that will be the perfect distance from this third line onwards, where we immediately grab the claymore and we don't need to do anything. We just lie on the belly and immediately grab the claymore that's in our way. And then we have it in our inventory and we can use it later. Or another trick that Marlon Hate has found. Normally, we don't even need that at all anymore, but yeah. But before we do this little cartwheel into lying down forward, on this line, there will be two codecs happening. Right? So I go here and tap select. There you go. Skip these two codecs. And then afterwards, I'll walk forward. You can do this with analog stick or D-pad. And then hold on X, and then you grab the claymore. Do a coolant rise, R2, X, R2. And then go to the right side here. That normally does not happen. Whatever. Anyway, you run forward here. And then you're off. That doesn't matter if it happens. Just walk through and you're done. But yeah, that's the thing. First line, answer the codec. Two codecs to be answered. And then on the third line, you do a cartwheel forward while holding down X or A to lie down and immediately grab this claymore. Coolant rise, go to the right half, and then leave through the northern exit. That's it. Hope this made sense. There you go. I mean, this codec will come in anyway, so if you don't answer it perfectly, you still were standing here. Yep, perfect. From the claymore and then leaving. Exactly how I should do it. All right. Strutty. Thankfully, unlike Extreme and European Extreme, there's no bomb down here. We just gotta go to the top where the helipad is. We're just gonna run here. Nobody sees us. All these guards are technically blind. We just leave through the top exit. And then here, that's where I already had D-pad down. And then as I turn south, before I fully turn south left, I do a copy. But this does normally not happen. But if I go here, of course, when I try to demonstrate like this, it doesn't work. When I enter the room, D-pad down left. If like Raiden turns down, I'm already turned far enough. I can do a cartwheel like this over the stairs. Very tiny cartwheel movement optimization, but I think worth doing. It's not as incredibly tight as it first looks like. It's actually a relatively easy trick to be done. After this cartwheel, do a cartwheel forward here to go into the cutscene. Skip the cutscene in codec, and then we're going to spray the next bomb. But this is where we're going to take a pause, and then codec can follow up. From here, we're going to go and actually spray the bomb, so we're going to continue onwards. If you want, you can do some cartwheels here. The latest cartwheel is exactly at this color change, right? So here I'm going to do cartwheel, and then I'm going to hold A down, or X, to lie on my belly. And this is as far forward as you gotta go. You don't need to go even further. This is perfectly fine to spray the bomb from here. Anything further is wasting time. Right? I'm gonna skip the codec here. And then we're gonna do another cooldown rise after this. Which takes time. I messed it up, it's fine. And this guard at the bottom here, wait. And this guard normally, if you're doing this all fast in a big motion, should not even be able to see us because we're gone before he can turn around and see us. In my instance, of course, I was too slow while trying to explain it, so I'm going to quickly shoot him. But yeah, afterwards, we just go down here. And this box here is the next one we need. We need 2 boxes for the conveyor belt setup here. So this is box 3. We're going to use this later. We're still having box 1 on previous, and that's totally fine. This stays. And yeah, after we grab box 3, we just go down. This is definitely where I would do 1 cartwheel. Absolutely, you don't want to walk all these steps down. If you're like 2 or 3 steps down, do a cartwheel forward to end at the bottom of these stairs. And then we're going to leave the room, and then we're going to get to the conveyor belt glitch. The box 3 is the one that sends us to strut A. The box 1 that we grabbed initially, that is the one that sends us to strut C. That's exactly where we want to go now. As we see here currently in my pause screen, there's only in strut D where there's a bomb left. However, we're first going to grab sensor B from strut C. Then go to strut D to fuse the bomb, and then D to teleport to A. That's my ABC. This is very amusing this late at the hour. In any case, as we enter the room here, do a cartwheel down, another cartwheel down. This definitely saves time. You cannot fuck this up. Just do these 2 cartwheels down. Totally fine as a beginner. We're going to get ready to go here. So how do we do the conveyor belt glitch? First thing is we're going to align like this and go all the way to the corner. Then I let go, hold FPV. There's different ways to align yourself. You can check like this red marker here. There's a sticker thing, right? If I turn to the left and this thing basically touches the right side of my monitor, I'm already turned far enough. An alternative is here if we aim with the M9 like this and we see this first green dot. I think that's another visual cue. Whatever works for you. And I'll let go here. If I press now Y, I need to hold forward or else I will immediately drop down again. Like, here's the problem. If you keep going forward, you end up in the middle here and you're dead and soft locked. The other guard will not heal you, he cannot alert on you, he cannot kill you. If you drop in this pit here very easy, your run's dead. Which is why, for some, that's an issue. I was like, oh my god. But again, if you line like this, do it here. Press Y and then just... it doesn't quite work. I'll try again here. If you just very briefly hold forward until you fully stepped on, then you can't fall off. Because the problem is if you don't like hold forward for just a little bit, Of course, I gotta stop doing this. Wait. If you do it like this and just press a triangle, you will immediately... Okay, never mind. I fully believed until today for like 4 years that you will drop down again. But if you line like this, you don't even need to hold forward. So maybe as a beginner, if you're not feeling comfortable immediately going left, maybe don't go forward at all. Just align like this in the top right corner, let go, FPV, turn and align yourself however you like. Press triangle and just wait. Drop down, you'll drop down, but at least you're not walking forward. Like this. And from here on out, to be fully safe, we go into the box. If we're in the box, we cannot drop in this corner. And this is a little safety mechanism for beginners that I absolutely recommend, right? Like, I can even drop down here, but once I'm in the box, I cannot fall off here anymore. So once you glitched on this part of the conveyor, oh, that's too far right, then you can just equip the box. Again, if you hop on and hop down, it will guarantee you to not fall back down by just holding up or forward for a brief second. So you take like a half step forward, then you will stay here. But after that, as a beginner, definitely put on the box one, walk through, and that's it. You will see runners not equip the box and then do a cartwheel into the load zone, and during the cartwheel, equip the box. If you have trouble and are afraid to fall in this hole and lose a run, just equip the box right away. Once you run in the load zone, you enter in strut C here, and then we can go grab the sensor B. From here, unequip the box, follow here this like southern path into the room. Can't happen that this guy sees you, but it's very easy, like we don't give a fuck. We grab sensor B and we leave through the right exit. That's all we gotta do in this room. Follow me. Yeah. You can do some cartwheels there later, but for now I would recommend just walking these paths. Clean lines without like cartwheeling into the wall are still faster rather than losing time from bad cartwheels. So yeah. As we reach CD bridge here, we're going to go down. We're going to do a cartwheel, because during this cartwheel, we're going to hold down L2. We're going to go down and to the side, left or right, doesn't matter, because we want to now equip the box 3. Immediately tap L2 again. So the box 3 is now previous. And now we go up here, and there's a little manipulation we do. When this guy sees us, we're going to equip the box. So he basically calls in the alert late. And that will not have this cutscene happen that normally happens here with the camera. This guy's like, oh, I'm going to call an alert state. The cutscene doesn't play, and we can just walk through here. And that's actually faster. That's why we don't trank this guy. You can do that if you feel that this is more comfortable for you. You can trank the guy with the M9. But then you have the cutscene play from the camera. So, you know, not necessary. If the guy sees you and then you go in the box, he may shoot you. Doesn't matter. You have so much health on very easy. Forget about the damage. Just keep on walking forward so we skip this cutscene. That's the important part. And then we're in strut D and ready to do the last bomb. All right, follow me. The good thing is after we're done with like the whole bomb diffuser thing, it gets a little bit more linear. Yeah, it can also happen. Doesn't matter though. Just keep on running. Unequip the box though. Perfect. And that's it. All right, strut D. Super simple. We go here. We do one copy down so we don't go over the stairs. We actually drop over the railing here. Drop down and catch ourselves. Go over here. And we already opened the hatch. Skip the cutscene here. We can shoot this guy. Then coolant, crouch, spray. If you like fancy, you stand up again before the bomb is fully cooled. So you have the maximum of time spent with the fast bomb diffuse, which happens when you crouch in front of this thing. And then when you stand up, you're immediately, after the cutscene ready, we will get moving. So after the codec, I just need to unequip, and we can do a cartwheel forward over this guy so we don't get slowed down by him. That's all we need to do. After that, just leave all the way to the right exit, and we're good to go. That's strut D. Alright. So again, this is a lot of inputs. Key thing to remember is just gotta go over the railing, catch yourself, open the hatch from the south, and we can shoot the guy. We can also just spray the guy in the lane like this. It doesn't matter.
What was the button again? Wasn't it Y?
Oh, yeah, yeah. I think you were too far up. Yeah, you need to go a little bit further south. And so we're going to go now back to strat D and do a second run of the conveyor belt glitch, but now with the box 3. And like I said, the box 3 will actually return us back to strat A. So we move on through here. On the button. It's all cool in the hood. Keep on moving. And this guy comes down. You can put on the box quickly to not get interrupted. But it is slow, and then we just leave. We don't care about this guy. We don't tranquilize him. We just leave. And then we enter strat E. Alright. From here, we're going to go south first, then right. And then we do conveyor belt glitch again. And of course, with box 3 in the previous, we're going to now get teleported towards strat A. Some people do it so that they do here from left to right a cartwheel and quickly tap L2 to confirm they actually have box 3. I think this is a great habit to have, just to confirm, like, yeah, I actually did the menu. I did not forget it. So, like, I can recommend this little reminder. Like, yes, I gotta be in box 3. All right, and like I said, hop on box 3, run through, and we get teleported to strat A. From here, of course, unequip the box, go all the way up to the elevator, drop down, and get ready. You want to hold down select as we go down the elevator, because there will be a codec coming in. And if we hold select as we go down, so from the moment I hold select, we will first frame answer the codec. Here it is. No codec call coming in at all. We just first frame answered here by holding on select, and we can skip it now. All right. And now it's just to go and defuse the last bomb. So at the bottom here, we take like this left path here. If you're like really afraid to lose health to fortune, you can get this Russian early, but I'm pretty sure you don't need it. So I would recommend not grabbing it. Just keep going down here. You gotta go to that submarine, of course. Oh shit, that's not what I wanted to show. Very important run if you play the PS2 version, Sons of Liberty, the North American release. Never, ever do this cartwheel down here. You may end up inside of this shelf. Happened to me in the run, killed the run immediately. You play the PS2 version, do not cartwheel down here. Very dangerous. Only on the North American Sons of Liberty version on PS2. Anyway, we walk around here. And a little fun thing, this railing is probably already perfectly aligned for you here. So when we go here, you can see the bomb. There's an issue though, and that's why I don't recommend using this. Right, if I go out after I sprayed the bomb, I will jump into the water again. So what you actually want to do is, after I come back up, you want to be just a little bit further south. So like half a step here. I like to think like this line here. This is my decider. I feel like in the middle of this line, 1 foot to the left, 1 foot to the right. That works for me, right? I go until this point here in the middle. And if I turn left here, I can barely see the bomb. But barely is more than enough, because if I spray the bomb here, absolutely works. There's no fast bomb anyway, and there's just the right distance to be able to spray the bomb. But afterwards, after this codec, when I automatically unequip the coolant, or manually unequip the coolant, I will not go into the water. I can just hold left and leave without actually being in danger of falling into the water. So again, I come around the corner. I specifically position myself a little bit further south here. Like I said, 1 foot left, 1 foot right. Halfway over here to the right. Turn around, spray the bomb. Good to go. And fun fact, even this would work. If I don't see the bomb at all, it would still work. You can hear that the bomb gets diffused. And afterwards, we go out and actually meet Fortune for a fight. But before we get there, there's one more thing. So I go up these stairs and wait here. There's like one little codec I want to show you how to like basically answer it perfectly. But just follow me until here, code. All right, as we go here, we're gonna go in this hallway, and like basically on like this height of this hallway, there will be another codec call coming in. Right, so as I go here, I do another cartwheel, and as I hit this part of the hallway, I'm gonna mash select to answer this codec as quickly as possible. In Substance and HD versions in Master Collections, we actually teleported back a little bit, so it's not worth it going down like this. I think the PS2 versions actually allow us to continue being higher up here after a cartwheel. But yeah, like Substance in later releases, we will be teleported back down here. And in any case, as we enter Fortune, we're immediately going to start with a setup. So we'll explain the setup right now, so we have it right away. At the start of Fortune, we need to tap D-pad right, just like tap. We need to do 3 punches. Not double punches, not a punch kick, 3 single punches. So like tap, tap, tap. Doing slow, but do them single. That's the important part. All right, code, follow me until here, and then I'm actually going to show you how Fortune works. Like I said, we start Fortune, and we immediately got to do a setup. As I enter here, skip the cutscene. Right, punch, 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 crouch, look up. That's the initial setup. We need to be 3 punches to the right, crouch, and look up. Because that way we're perfectly aligned, so Fortune will hit this little escalator here, or whatever it's called. Excavator? No. The lift. I don't know the English word right now.
Gabelstapler.
The Gabelstapler. In any case, it will be hit, and then Fortune will hit us basically with the 4th shot. And that's the perfect setup, because afterwards, she will shoot out the 3 headlights above us. And that's the key thing why we do this whole setup. The 3 headlights above us need to be shot anyway during this fight. Because basically this fight is both on a timer and like a destruction percentage thing, right? So destroying these headlights is one of the key things that need to happen during this fight. If we have the setup here, it will happen immediately at the beginning. So let's see it confirmed. As I wait here, 1. And of course, very easy, she will take a long time. On Extreme and European Extreme, she always does double shots. So we just wait here. 1, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we just got hit. And as we are now just mashing X here, or A on Xbox, we want to get up again. We want to move to the right side of the box. And in the meantime, she will shoot out these headlights. And then afterwards, she will go to the right side. And once she's shooting the right side of these headlights, we're going to do a carve to the top left. Because we need this box that I'm standing right here, like in the middle. This box needs to be shot. And then we do a carve to the right. Now we're going to have these destroyed. The metal box here needs 3 shots. The second shot will pierce through. So we crouch. When the second shot comes in, we just crouch. You can also just turn a little bit to the side. So after she's locked on this angle, you can move a little bit to the side, and then this box hit it. And then afterwards, that's where the easy part starts. We just wait here by this barrel. We're going to crouch here like this. We want this barrel to be hit. If this barrel gets shot during the cutscene, no problem. We're actually invulnerable. And I'm going to do carpets over here and do the same thing here. We want her to shoot these barrels. These barrels will be shot anyway during this fight, and this is fully RNG, right? It can happen that she only shoots them right at the very end when she automatically does it. Because this will happen regardless. But if she shoots them earlier, this saves us like 1 second. In my case here, she did that already. I'm already done. I can just move at the bottom left of this room here. I can just wait like this. There's nothing else happening here. And she will actually be done before she even destroys all of these boxes here. The end part will happen when these slugs come down. And when this part of the wall comes down, I can press the codec button and then I'm leaving. Now again, this was a lot of explanation for just one time. You mess it up, not a big problem. Still try to have her destroy as much of the room as you can. And then just hide again by these barrels. Very sure this is one of those explanations that you need to look at a specific video as well, which is of course on my channel separately as its own video.
What is it?
But yeah, this was found by a cheat runner called Tino, and we're still doing it until today. Because it very greatly manipulates Fortune, so we're here. It's actually quite straightforward, there's not much to explain, so I will probably do this in one big go, and I fully trust that you can do it also in one big go after seeing it once. The only issue is this point here. These chests, we want to have, but in front of it, there's a claymore. You can try to damage cancel it by like turning over the claymore to the side, or if you want to be like super clean, yeah, that's the thing. This is where I always end up happening. I go right, down, right, and grab it, but normally I still get hit by the claymore. If that happens, take the 3 seconds, move on. It's not worth it worrying about that. Cool thing is, if you get hit by this claymore, you have iframes and you won't be hit by this claymore. So if you get hit by the first one, just keep walking. The second one will explode, you won't be interrupted. But yeah. Yeah. You shouldn't be the one teaching this rooftop, to be honest. Kali, oh, fuck up. in any case, after this, we want to actually prepare our menus a little bit. So we want to have coolant out. That's totally fine. And the other weapon is M9. And it will help us a little bit later. Just move on here.
We're using the M9 strat for Fatman or SOCOM?
Right, you want to have the SOCOM. I'm sorry.
Okay.
The SOCOM version is the easy one. The M9 version is actually for advanced runners. And I would actually say do not use the M9 version right away. For beginners, the SOCOM fight is so much easier. One thing about this bridge is you want to stay like on this right guardrail here. Because this right guardrail, you won't be spotted. If you're on the left, this guy that's on top here will actually start seeing you and interrupting you. So if you go over this bridge, stay to the right here and just go up. Like through the door. That's it. As you go through here, shoot this guy once and copy through him. This will knock him out. Yeah, you will get no idea, but like, who gives a fuck? It's very easy. Just leave the room and you're good to go. And then once you leave the room, the alert resets anyway. Alright, second time around here, we're going to do a cowboy forward here, at least once. Just keep on walking and we're going to leave, of course, through the Nova next to Strat E. Then we're going to march through Strat E, up the stairs, and we end at the top where we're going to start the fight with Famine. That's like all we got to do here, so feel free to follow me now. It's okay, else you can calmer her on the bridge. Exactly. That's why I'm like, you should probably shut the fuck up. You see, there we go. Code already did it. Cancel the second claymore because we still have iframes on the first one. It's an annoying thing, and thankfully we don't need to deal with it at all on higher difficulties. That's why I don't care.
Fucked up the menu again.
That's fine. As we go here, this little dot is this little dot, right? That's your visual point to stand. You like around here, crouch, wooden spray, get a fast bomb defuse. Right, and then you start the fight with Famine. Like never. I think we go here. We do deeper turn after. We want to be standing at this point basically. Shoot him so he falls. And we basically want to go FPV and auto aim. So L1 and R1 together, shoot him in the head like this. For some reason, this did not count. And then he takes forever to get up. In this time, normally I have the coolant spray in previous. I turn around, spray the bomb, give it another headshot with FPV and auto aim together. So L1 and R1 together, then shoot. And then I chase after him. Lay me down. And again, on very easy, you can just use auto aim like this. And on the second cycle, like on the third cycle, is already dead. Super easy to be doing. Then you move over here. You want to be standing basically between these two lines. So between here and there. If you stand like here, roughly here. If you spray the bomb from this, you also get a fast bomb defuse. Basically top. Shoot him. Oh, yeah, and like I said, normally I have coolant spray actually on previous, but I ended up coolant spray in my hand before I started the fight. That's not ideal. Oh, where do I turn? In any case, afterwards, like position roughly here. I think I'm too far left, so turn a little bit further right, and that ends the fight. And then after the fight, coolant spray, nothing. Grab this guy. Like drag him very slightly to the bottom right. Crouch. And you get the last one also quickly done. After that, you stand up and walk down and skip all of the codecs and cutscenes. Alright, follow me, code. Alright. Here comes something that we can only do very easy. You maybe have already heard about it, but the AK, of course, is in Strat F. But on very easy only, there's a second position where you can get the AK. And it's right in the Shell 1 Core 1F. That's where we want to go specifically because that is way faster than going to the armory. From here, we do a little bit of menuing. I like to do this during a cartwheel. What we're going to do is I'm going to do a cartwheel. Oh, great. Cartwheel. And from sensor A, I go to BDU and back. And then afterwards here, I do the second cartwheel. So normally I do a cartwheel. I tap once coolant to be in coolant. Up twice to go down. It's inverted, I know. And then one to the right to be on stuns. I want to be coolant. Up twice to go down twice. and then right once to the left, because we want to be on stun. With this setup, we have currently 𝐸𝐮 and stun, and of course the BD on the other. We're gonna, with the stun on the hand, go to the 𝐶𝐿_1 core 1F, grab the AK, and then the AK will be just one down press from the stun away. The stun we're gonna use in 2B. Sorry. No, actually 2B, that's right. Yeah, 2B. And that's why I have this already in my hand here. So to reiterate, show it again from the beginning. As I come around here, down twice, BDU back, and then I do a quick tap of 𝐸𝐮, up twice and right to be on stun. Well, in this instance, because I already did the menu, I was one off. But yeah, up twice and one right to be on stun. And then we move on. All right. I like to do this part without BDU on, but you can technically do it. It only delays you if you play on like slow systems like PS2 and only if you enter a cutscene. Since we don't enter cutscenes for a long time, you can leave the BDU on as well. Here, we just got to make sure that we stick here to the left. And actually, I do this with D-pad. So once I enter this part, I hold D-pad down left, and then I will never hit any of the mines here. From that on, just move left. And on very easy, it doesn't matter how many panels you get rid of here, they will always come back. Does not matter. Don't worry about the panels dropping. They always come back at the end. I got caught here. That's a little bit unfortunate. And then once we enter this room, of course, then we're going to put on the BDU. When we enter the room, hold down select as we enter, because there will be a first frame of codec. And now after this codec, we get the AK. But just follow until here, and then I'm going to show you where it is. Now, pros will try to do a cartwheel over these stairs. Looks like this. Great. Immediately fucked up. Let me try again. Pros will do just holding D-pad left. Just D-pad left, and on this black line, do a cartwheel like this. Takes less than a second. That's very cool. But for beginners, just walk up the stairs, honestly. Not worth it if you fall over. We're going to go here down, around the wall, and grab the AK. Now, if I remember correctly, Platonic guy actually does a cartwheel and crawl towards it, because he can actually go under here, and then he uses the 𝐸𝐮 rise to immediately stand up again. So like the advanced version would be to go here, crawl underneath the wall, and then do a 𝐸𝐮 rise to be immediately running again. And from here, after you get the AK, hold R2. Oh, sorry, I said it wrong. Hold R2 up to go down to have the AK in your hand. And now you can just walk through these guys here. Nothing to worry about. You can knock this one out like this. Totally fine. Just gotta go to the elevator with our AK in hand in the BD1. Press triangle once, only once, skip only once, and then we enter the elevator. Now from here on, before I go down, I immediately switch already to the stun. So I'm ready to use the stuns as I enter B2. And as it happens, with Metal Solid 2, there's only one direction you need to remember going through these elevators. Always up and triangle. It's never something to think about. In MGS2, up and triangle is your partner. Because it always gets you to the right location. And that's why MGS2 is the better game. It's like, I'm just one confusing, man. What do you mean I gotta go up or down, depending on the situation? MGS2, just up and triangle. So, the first stun, as I be able to start walking here, I tap the square button. I walk down and then turn up here. So the stun actually explodes inside this elevator. This exploding inside the elevator is key, because then we get an alert and this elevator stays open. We don't need to press the button. So we don't need to wait for it to come down. Then explodes inside the elevator, it stays open. Just move on here. We do 3 cartwheels. And now it depends. If you play the HD version or Master Collection version, you actually need to throw the stun basically as you turn around the corner here. If you play Substance or Sons of Liberty, you want to throw the second stun as you're basically here at the window. Because if you do this, we're going to go back to the AK. You're going to get this guy's attention to get a re-alert, get the D-mic. And ideally, the stun explodes the moment the alert comes in. Like 1-2 seconds later, and then the backup guards will actually move away from the elevator, come down here, and then get knocked out. And if I did everything right, let's see if I did. it should show us that the guys are inside the door and hold the door open for us. So it did not quite work because, again, when I explain and then do the thing, it just never works. But if we hit the timings right, ideally this first guy will be inside the door here. We don't need to wait for it to open. Super tiny optimization, but it works. And as you've seen here, well, as I entered the room, the elevator was open. But it took too long while I was explaining here and the elevator closed. So now I actually need to call it again. But like for you, it will definitely be open. Even if you just throw the first stun inside the elevator and just wait here, the elevator will be open. The second stun is only there for us to clean up our menu. So we get it, have AK, nothing. And of course, to have ideally this guy be inside the door frame, holding the door open for us. So we don't need to wait for it to open. That's all we do. When we're inside the elevator, remember to turn turbo on if you have it. If you don't, if you're on a console, doesn't matter. Up triangle, I'm gonna hold. Auto aim, X and square. Because then we will be... Sorry. FPV, X and square. This will cause... Oh, this is great when this doesn't work. This will cause... FPV, X and square. This will cause us to, in first person, turn to this guy that's then there at this door and shoot him. But the game's like, hold on, you can't shoot this guy. I want to have him use it in a cutscene. So the cutscene starts immediately. This is slightly faster rather than going away from the elevator panel and then walk south and then start the cutscene. So again, first person view, X and square as you see on screen right now. Just hold this with turbo on. If you're on console and don't have turbo, the turbo is just there by holding down X to skip that cutscene as quickly as possible. If you're on console, just hold down FPV and square and then manually skip the cutscene. But we're on PC Substance, we have turbo, hold down first person view, X and square to start the cutscene and immediately end it. You can do cartwheels up again, that's totally fine. Let's see if it worked for you. Hey, that's exactly what I wanted to have happen. Perfect. From here, hold deeper down left to lean against the wall, knock, turn to the right, 2 punches, turn to the side like this. And then normally this guy comes out fast, but I delayed already. After he passed me, I unequip and press unequip and press square to grab this guy and immediately have it set up so it starts the cutscene. Skip the cutscenes afterwards and hold down select because there will be again a first frame codec. And then it's time to find aims. But before we do that, I'll wait for you to catch up. So, as you may have heard, we're playing New Game Plus, so we can skip the Stillman cutscene. But that will also cause aims to be one of the random locations here. Well, thankfully, at least on PC Substance, we can set it so the Easter egg is active between 10 and 11 p.m. system time. There will be the old lady spawn. But because we use a modded version of the PC version, we can set it so whatever time it is, it will always be set to this Easter egg time. And this is an allowed mod just to have set it. Let's see where it is here. I can recommend doing exactly this. You walk down here. I'm going to ignore aims here. They go left. You're going to ignore the bottom left and check if he's up there. If he's not up there, he will be bottom left in the corner and you would turn around again. But that's the way you would normally approach this room if you don't see him right away like I did. And because there's very easy guys, they don't even notice me here. I didn't know that's happened. I want to have it continue so I can just do the thing. Anyway, you saw the line, find aims. And afterwards, of course, you will have a moment where you gotta equip the AK again. Once you find aims, of course, you go from the AK to the D-mic. And then when Oswald is moving towards you, you just tap R2 again.
Your aims, aren't you?
Like this. So afterwards, you skip all the cutscenes and all the things. If Oswald walks towards you, you just tap R2. Oops. I'm gonna do on turbo here. And yeah. Once all that's done, just tap R2 and then you automatically equip the AK again, then you're good to go.
Exactly.
Waiting. And bam. Right, and then once we're out of here, there's another codec, and then after the codec, we're gonna pause. Alright. So once we get out of here, we want to run immediately to the elevator. And if we have turbo, we hold turbo down with triangle. If we don't have turbo, you can just mash triangle still. As we interact with the panel of the elevator, this guy from the right will see us, shoot us. But during our interaction with the panel, we're invulnerable. And then after the elevator comes down, we just turn to the left and shoot the guy with the AK and kill him. That simple. Nothing has to be done. And then we're gonna leave here. So I'm gonna do it without turbo. So that it's possible without turbo.
It's the enemy. I need
Kill him.
send back.
Up triangle,
I
leave.
have an unknown target here.
We don't even need turbo for this. Super easy to be done. Alright, just follow here. And then I'm gonna show the rest until the sniper. Oh, nice. And it works too. The problem is if you start shooting the guy, the Ava will calling a follow-up alert, and this can happen.
No.
Just wait until it's
That was
evasion,
close.
and then you can leave. No, you can leave. You can leave. Oh, can you? There you go. That's why
Yeah,
you need to
close
press
to the thing.
twice, then kill the guy. Don't just press once, kill the guy.
Mm.
Press twice, then kill the guy, so you have enough time to leave before the alert comes in. And because it's very easy, of course, even if the alert fully comes in, doesn't matter. Immediately drops once we leave here. And so we just walk. There's nothing to be done. No one, no way. Very easy. We just walk. You can do a copy down here if you want to get some ammo. It's completely optional. And then we just go here. Doesn't matter that these panels drop down on very easy and on easy. They will come back the second time we come around here. And you want to stick here to this like inner side. Down here, right, and down to go to strat F. Now it's time to get the AK.
PSG1.
PG1, thank you. We have the AK in hand. There's no one here. Just go and get it. Nothing to be done. This guy that comes up, doesn't matter. And we also don't need the extra ammo. Completely optional. Just walk and grab it. And from here on out, we move on to strat D. We can't even unequip the BDU. The BDU does not make a difference here for the guard visibility, or vision rather. Our visibility. Like, again, it really doesn't matter. Just walk onto strat D and meet the Harrier. Well, and the, of course, 1-2 connection bridge. As we see here, it doesn't matter if they see me or not because they are technically blind in this difficulty. Alright, over D bridge, into strat D. And then once we're there, we leave through the north door to go to the 1-2 connection bridge. Alright, you can follow me. You know where to go. Oops.
Oh, wrong side.
Never mind, I was wrong. Oh, yeah.
Technically, I do.
I'm gonna wait here at the door before we enter. Gotta do the same thing here. So like I said, skip the cutscene here. Wait for the camera to change for the codec button. Skip the codec. Skip the cutscene. And this is where we're gonna do some menuing. So first step as we get ready to shoot the ciphers is take like one step forward to the forward right position. Want to be here. This is where we want to be positioned. Afterwards, I go menu, down, right. Or even better, tap R2 and then open the menu again to just go right. This technically saves us one input, is slightly faster. After this, if you do this all quickly, you go into the PSG1, we just need to tap up, zoom in, and I definitely recommend to zoom in, and the cipher will still be moving down, actually helping us so we don't shoot the cipher, but just the sensor. Because like as always, if you shoot the cipher instead of the sensor, game over. Thankfully though, very easy, there's just one here. So after we're done with this, we actually reset our aim by quickly unequipping and re-equipping. And then we do the rest of the bombs as follows. First we do the door here. We go to the middle. We go left. This sensor, and that's it. On very easy, that's all the sensors we have. So from here, we're going to do one menu before we enter the Harrier fight. As we do a copy forward, I tap R2 to get the PSG1. Then I hold R2 again after I let go. We press down to be on the chaff. We want to enter the Harrier fight with the chaff being in our previous. We enter it basically with it being active, but then it gets moved to previous. So we start the fight with nothing in our hands, but the chaff in the previous. Right? So as I let go, with the chaff in hand, I run into the cutscene that starts the Harrier fight. And then at the start of Harrier fight, we tap R2 once to have the chaff back in our hand. And then when we step on the stinger is just one menu away. So as we see here, right? Now, I just tapped R2, chaff in hand, I step on the stinger. Like I promised, just one down tap, and his stingers and hands. And we need to do this optimization to it quickly, because from here, we want to shoot at his right wing like this. And ideally, before he starts moving towards us, we already hit him 3 times. And as a beginner, I would recommend to try to do this 3 shots at least. And you can do an extra shot, turning around and shooting after him like this. So without the explanation and hopefully more time, hopefully you can show this in a little bit more smoother action. Again, at the start, tap R2, tap on stinger, hold R2, 1 down press, you're immediately in the stinger. That's the start. Oops. Took way too long. I didn't do this correctly. That's why I'm in teaching mode instead of just running mode. A little bit more complex. Alright, one more time. Run forward. Tap R2, stinger, up, and then shoot. 2, 3. Turn around. Then one more shot after him. And ideally, I mean, you can aim after him to keep the zoom on. I'm so used to just send a shot off after I lock down and then unequip the stinger. The thing with stinger, I probably need to explain this. The stinger shot will follow your object if you lock on first and then unequip. If you lock on first, shoot, and then unequip. If you shoot first, then lock on, you then unequip, the lock on goes away. So lock on first, shoot, then you can unequip, and the lock on stays. The other way around, shooting first, then locking on. If you then unequip, the lock on goes away. That's why, hopefully I can demonstrate this. 1 shot, 2 shot, 3 shot. Yeah. I first locked on, then I shot, then I unequipped, and then I turned top right.
Use this.
And of course, then it did not work. The shot did not go. Oh my god, come on. I want to show you the 4+1. That's the idea. There's even a 5+1, but I think the 4th shot that adds up to your 5th in total is a little bit tight for beginners. There's also the so-called 2.5 shot strat. Maybe I'll show this today here. It did not work. I'm not sure what my problem is with the timing here. I tried to do this specifically without turbo, so this can also be used for console runners. Improvising, tutorializing, that's not great. I should probably have spent like 5 minutes before the stream.
I mean, it was a very spontaneous thing we did here, so...
Yeah. This didn't work. I give up. I'm not going to show you this 4th shot. We can do a 3+1. But I think a 3+1 does not exist. I think this doesn't work. Because like if you do not 4 shots of damage, exactly this happens, that he goes to the right and then flies over you instead of doing the circle back. Okay, let's focus. I'm gonna not do the unequipped version. If I just stay locked on him and follow after him, and then the 4th shot should hit. And then I can do the +1 shot. That should all work. And yeah, we did this very impromptu. 1, 2, 3. Turn around. Shoot after him, stay locked on. Still didn't work. I don't know what's wrong here. Normally this should hit. Because the goal after this 4th shot is you basically look here. And if the Harrier flies through your aim, you lock on, you shoot, you unequip. Right? And the fear is that you drop down here to be safe from this die shots. You turn up and aim in this spot before the cutscene starts. And then you cancel the cutscene at the exact moment. So your lock on will be immediately coming out. So you can like cancel it and then shoot. And then the Harrier will fly through your lock on zone. You can set off another shot. That's the whole idea in theory. Hopefully I can make it work now. I'm trying to make it work.
I think I did a similar thing, but I was on top of the platform, not on the bottom.
I mean, on very easy, you have so much time before the bombs actually hit you. You can also stay on top and then go over the railing as the bombs actually drop. Yeah, on very easy, right? That's also something possible. Again, I've only played European Extreme for so long that I'm not even used to this. There we go. That's the 4 shot. I turn around like this. As we go here. Drop down. This was the +1, as I said. I aim in this square. And the moment the bombs come out, that's when I cancel and shoot. Then, as I said, he flies through my lock-on zone. When it's locked on, I shoot again. And then I can unequip. Wow, I even get hit here. That, on European Extreme, the bombs are long gone. So when I get out of here, I don't even get hit. But on Very Easy, I do. Again, it's been so long since I played Very Easy myself. Oh, this is funny. I'm going to show one last time. But yeah, you can actually stay on top even for Very Easy. This is so funny.
This fight and swim glitch is what broke me.
To be fair, Harrier is the hardest part to learn in the beginning. That's why I try to do something that's a little bit easier. There you go. And then here, good cutscene. Good. When the shot lands, then you just look at this here. This is the if you stand on top version.
Yeah, that's what I did, yeah.
Yeah, there you go. This locks on. He jumps through there. And then I go over the railing. And I come back up basically as the bombs drop on Very Easy. Right, from here I can turn right. I can actually, oops, grab the ammo here. Back ammo. And ideally I shoot him twice here and the fight ends. One of these shots misses. You wait here. And you shoot him as he flies over you. This is where you do like a 4+1 setup. Again, this fight is the hardest fight to learn as a beginner on Very Easy. Because there's like no way around here. On Very Easy even, you want to still hold like a very tight line with the timings and how many shots you do early on specifically. So again, this is where an in-depth tutorial and like lots of tutorials are on a wiki that I will link in this video later for the YouTube version.
The chopper?
That's like the most technical thing for Very Easy runs to get down in the beginning.
Okay. Can I ask you?
So like, no problem if you struggle with this. Everyone does in the beginning. I did in the beginning. This is the hardest thing to get right on Very Easy in the beginning as a speedrunner. Alright. And now it's time to do the thing. With the chaff ideally in hand, because we ended the fight with Stinger. We can go over here. And if we need to be absolutely sure that we do not have the Stinger on previous, as we do this cartwheel, do another press of R2 to confirm we don't have the Stinger in hand. We absolutely do not want to have the Stinger in here anymore. Right? Ideally, we have the chaff, and then afterwards we swap to the AK. There is a certain strat we can do where we don't need to put on the BDU. I'm going to show you after we go over the steps here. Although, wait. This is very easy. There's no guard coming up. I'm sorry. I was preparing to teach you something we do on normal, but very easy. There's no one. There's no cuts in here. Just move on. It's so simple. I actually surprised myself. I literally forgot how we do this on Very Easy because it's been so long for me. Just move on. There's no cuts in here. Forget what I said. However, get ready to turbo the chaff. Once we enter the next room, hold down square. We want to throw the chaff as early as possible. Because we will get spotted here. That's totally fine. At the third window, do a cartwheel.
Encountered the enemy requesting backup.
And then just hold D-pad up left. That's what I do. I hold D-pad up left and then just up as I start here. Over here, we tap back and forth to interrupt the animation when we crouch. And when we stand again, we don't need to do this. And then we're going to toss a second chaff right here. And that's all we do. Again, at the third window, we're going to do one cartwheel to skip a cutscene. But on entering this room, we throw a chaff, and then when we turn around the corner, that's when I do the other chaff. You can also throw the chaff basically at the bottom of the stairs. It's still enough time, so you can bypass these ciphers here. But yeah, between around the corner and before the stairs, that's when you want to throw this chaff. Alright, skip all this here and hold D-pad left, so we turn around. And then we get ready to grab the Nikita. But we're going to pause and wait for Code to catch up. By the way, the D-mic automatically unequips itself. We don't need to do it manually.
Okay, I'm gonna do it slowly now. This and that. All right.
No, forget the AK. You don't need it.
That was too early.
When
for the animation thing.
No. We just need the chaff.
Oh, we can unequip. Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah, just re-equip the chaff in your hand. That should be it. See, you have the stinger, so you do manually switch over to the chaff and nothing. Yeah, you can do chaff and nothing for the animation cancel. You don't need the AK at all. Sorry, I confused you there.
Okay.
So for very easy,
I always thought I needed.
Yeah, you don't need to, thankfully. It's just switching the weapons to something else that cancels the animation. So chaff and nothing works. It's just when there's nothing and nothing, then it doesn't work anymore, of course, because we're not switching anything. And like I said, the DMAC gets automatically unequipped. All right. So, time to go here. All these days we do cardio, so we don't have this animation. Up we don't do it. Not worth it. And we just go to the elevator. So follow me. Like you know where the elevator is, right? Right here.
I think so.
Yeah. To the left first and then up. We press twice. Once again, like I said, as always, up and triangle. Don't think up and triangle. You could do down and triangle, but why? That would require thinking and changing. Up and triangle for every elevator. That's how we do it. So, at the bottom here, we're going to enter the water and we're not going to immediately skip the codec. We're just going to go into the water and then go underwater. And then at the bottom, we automatically have the codec being answered. Right, do this so we swim all the way to the bottom to be in the right height to get the Nikita. As I go around the corner here, I just use D-pad movement. I go down, and if I'm over the Nikita, I just press right stick down to turn around. And then I go back. Like I said, we don't answer the codec. We let the game answer the codec for us, so we're in the right height. And if we swim over the Nikita, we grab it automatically. And we turn over, either by FPV turning left, like drip, or with the right stick down. That's when we also flip over. After that, we do some menuing here, ideally doing a cardio. Tap R2 to get the DMAC. Up one to go down to Nikita. Let go and press the button again to go to Stinger. Let go and tap again to be Nikita. And then we prepared the Stinger to be ready for the Vamp1 fight. But the Nikita, of course, we need first because we got to meet the president. Just do that and follow me. And yeah, like you're usually doing, we just go up here and then we meet the president. So same with Extreme, European Extreme, we just go to this box, stand up top, and then shoot all the way through. We don't need to wake up the president here, thankfully. That's only thing starting, I think, on hard. I'm not even sure. It's definitely on Extreme, European Extreme. And then hop on the box here. If you need to, align left first and then up. And then from here, one turn left, one turn right.
What are you doing?
Ideally, we don't shoot the president, and ideally, he does not fall down here. But even on, I think on various, this does not kill the president if he falls down there. All right. And with that, move on to the president, talk to him, and then skip all the things. All right. So after this, just do a copy down into the door. Ideally, not against the wall. Like from here into the door, they will automatically trigger the next set of cutscenes codecs. Again, we can't skip this thanks to President Parkour found by Marlin 8. But again, this is a very advanced thing and can even soft lock you to ruin the run if it goes wrong. That's why I say specifically, like, beginners should not do that necessarily. Just go for the door, skip all the codec and cutscenes as normal, and then move on to the elevator. Be free to follow me. As you will notice here, your menus are now the SOCOM and the previous the Stinger. This is fine because this is already set correctly for the Vamp1 fight. Like we see here. And then same thing again. Press the elevator button twice, and then we go up and triangle. Go down one. And I would argue, Code, like, you should not bother at all with swim glitch. We just swim on the way.
Yeah, I've tried it a lot and
if
maybe got it once.
If you're like in the 104 range of a PB, or even like actually if you're like 103, I think that's when you should maybe think about doing swim glitch. Anyone else has so many more times as somewhere else that swim glitch is just not necessary. Because it doesn't even save that much time. Remember, it's I think like 16 to 20 seconds or so. You don't need that time save until you're like really optimizing your PB. And in case Code is already moving towards the water, that's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to swim through here, and I'm going to explain the labyrinth. Not that complex. And first, we're going to swim to the right. And then immediately into the right hallway. We swim all the way to the end. And then take 2 lefts. 1 left here. And immediately a left here. Then a right and left. Right. Left. And again a right. And at the end, there's the door with the cutscene. So we tap triangle here. And then remember, there's a cutscene, so skip through here. We turn left. Go up over the stuff here. Over both. And then to the down right. Open the door and then turn right. And that's the path here through the water to meet Vamp. Remember, when we leave the water, there will be a codec from 𝐸𝐸, so get ready to answer it quickly. And as we skip this, we enter the door and then we find Vamp. We do this, of course, the lethal way. But yeah, follow until here. So I'm going to explain this for the console runners without turbo, but code feel free to use turbo. When you have to send down 6 stinger shots, if we use turbo, we need 12 because we're going to shoot 1 shot at him that damages him, and then every second shot will not damage him. That's why we technically need 11 fingers here, right? The first one will hit, and then every second one does not land a shot, but then the third will hit, fourth one, you know how the drill works. With turbo, you need 11 ammo. If you don't use turbo, you need 6 at least. And for non-turbo users, if you have a game with lag, that actually will help you in this instance. So if you're like running on PS2, you send off the next stinger when his health bar begins to drop. His health bar indicates first that the chunk will go away, and when it then actually lowers, that's when the next one needs to hit. If you don't have delay, you just got to time yourself. I'm going to show it in an example, and then Code will show you the turbo version. And I trust him to do it the first try. Let's see if it happens. There's 3 cutscenes here that we got to skip. Then I move to the center here, like in the middle of the arena. I aim with the stinger at his feet. And we do this. This is the non-turbo version. And without lag, it's very quickly happening. But I always shot only when the health bar began to drop. That's your timing. And if you have a system with lag, like the origin Xbox or PS2, you have way more time to see, because it actually takes a moment before it actually starts lowering yourself. That's the non-turbo version. And for Code, same start, move a little bit to the middle, look at his feet, and just spam him down. 11 shots later, and the fight's over. You got this, Code. I believe. This is foolproof.
Nah.
Let's see. Yeah, come on. I believe. At his feet. Oh, first try. I said it's foolproof, and it works. But yeah, you want to shoot at his feet, not at his body.
Yeah, I was just shooting too early.
It's very
I remembered something about the water, and then
yeah. But hey, you did it. Like I said, first try. And you can basically play along with me. We're gonna go and meet Emma. I always grab the extra 𝐾𝐻 here, like I do a little swing down and then up, and then just we go in the water. It's 1 right, all the way U-turn, and then left in the middle. So here, as we go, the first one left, and then just all the way left until we get out of the water. After we go out of the water, one little thing, I do a cartwheel over these stairs, and then I equip the AKS and unequip it again, and we talk to this door. Lots of codes and cutscenes, but now with the AK in our previous, and we need that later when we go back again to Shell 2 Core 1F. We're gonna kill some guards. Spoiler.
oh guys.
Yeah. So we go back swimming, just hold right here, turn around, 1 right, and at the end, left. That's where the stairs are. Yep. Out of the water.
That was the wrong left.
That was your wrong left. First right. Nope, you're in the wrong room. Now you go left. Left. Wait. Yeah, to your right. Now all the way at the end.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's the stairs.
Always get confused here.
Yeah, that's why I say people should run with
3
radar.
runs in a row or something.
Yeah, with radar on, you can have at least a guidance. All right, don't grab ammo here. Just go through the door. Yeah. You don't need to grab in this room. Okay, for those people that don't know. Codes and cutscenes to be skipped. And then in the Vamp 1 fight room, that's where we're actually gonna do the dragging. Gonna move here, to be slightly below her, and then start dragging her. Just drag her all the way along here. take like a very tight left and then right. And then there's more cutscenes and codecs. Right, more swimming, so we go down and then take a turn to the left through the open door. We're gonna go over the right upper side here over the debris. Swim underneath, and then very easy, there's no mines here in your way, so you don't need to adjust at all. Just go through these doors. We do it in reverse. We do the left and the right and the left and the right. Left and right. Then we take a right all the way to the end, and then 2 lefts, and we're at the end. And myself is not a factor at all. There's no problem here. Get out of the water. Perfect. Here's a little bit of an optimization even beginners should do. You should not, as we leave the water here, immediately press triangle. You want to go to the left. You can move all the way up here and then start holding triangle. You can see the hand is already connected. Even though we're not connected, the hand is connected. And if I keep walking, we're going to start dragging hammer. We drag it up until before the start line. Call the elevator. Code already knows how it works. I press square here and choke hold over here through the box. Then we can always up triangle. And then we're gonna now drag it all the way along. The first guard we actually don't need to do anything. If we're quick, just go to the top right, grab her, and we're gonna actually drag her past this first guard. First guard doesn't matter. It takes so long to be ready and looking again. We already have long passed him. But then the next guard, you gotta kill him then. You gotta kill him.
I was a bit too slow.
Yeah, you gotta kill everyone coming in actually, you know. If you do it like me, you just drag it along. And then at the bottom right, there will be a guy here. Equip the AK, just shoot. With auto aim, third person. You don't need to first person him. And you're good to go to 𝐸𝐵, dragging it along. Alright. Now there will be a guard coming here. Stick to the box. And just turn closely around the corner. And then nobody will be seen, even if the guard turns. And at the very end at the door, specific thing only PC Substance, Console Substance, and Sons of Liberty runners can do. Sons of Liberty HD and Master Collection cannot use this. We can drag Emma here right on this step here, like on this doorstep, and then bump her through. Like as a bumper over the door. She will be teleported like this here. She will be a little bit further in. This so-called Emma bump is again only possible PS2, Sons of Liberty, Xbox Substance, PC Substance. HD and Master Collection, forget about this trick. You will softlock yourself. Why? Because ammo will actually go underground, out of bounds, and you cannot retrieve it anymore. If you're running HD or Master Collection, forget about what I just said. This optimization does not apply to you. Just drag her over the doorframe. Code, you maybe want to kill Emma and try again. Speaking of speedrun, we're here. We bumped Emma over. If we do it like that, we can just run into her to bounce even further. I did a bad bounce. It's fine. Just drag her along. And this is where we're actually going to use the AK. We're going to walk until we're past this patched up thing. So here's the little patch. And then on this line, I equip the AK, FPV and auto aim. Kill both of these ciphers to be absolutely safe. You just need to kill the left. The right one doesn't even matter. I still kill both to be safe. And then we drag Emma onwards to the fire. This guard up there, again, technically blind, doesn't matter. We move past this dark line as we see here. Menu coolant. And then get rid of this one half of the fire. Do not get rid of full of the fire. Just this one half is fine. And then we drag Emma over here. Half is fine. You don't need to get rid of the entire fire. We're going to stop dragging Emma until she's in this like wider path here. So like past this. And then we're going to do one last menu back to the AK and unequip. And then we run to the door. That's the entire 𝐸𝐿 bridge segment.
AK, where was the AK?
Nope. You see the problem? You want to go from nothing to AK. That's right. Now unequip and now move on. I think you got to drag a little bit further. Yeah, just a little bit further. She needs to be past that line. Yeah, there you go. We drag ammo to the right here. So she's like in this hallway. Walk a little bit further down. FPV, shoot. You need to FPV here. Auto aim and FPV together. Shoot these 2 people. Unequip and come back. Now we just drag it all the way to the door, open the door, pull her through. If you chokehold her, that's also possible. You can chokehold drag her or just use the action button. Hold. That's what it's universally called. I like to chokehold her like this. And then we enter the sniper segment. Just follow me, code. Oops, there's more. More to be skipped. Alright, once I reach here, I'm gonna explain very quickly how we get rid of everything. Thankfully, I'm very easy. There's no claymores here at all. They're all removed. The only thing we gotta do is, as we start the segment here, we gotta walk down and be to the left of the thermal goggles. We go AK to get it from our previous to active. Go up to the side to PSG1. And because it's very easy, there's no shake at all. Kill this one guy. Get back to the AK. And we want to stand in this spot here. And aim up just like that. Because there's like one Cypher up there we can kill already. Fully optional though. If it comes out the Cypher, just shoot it then. But like, it's a nice little thing to know about. And it's actually useful for later as well. One more guy back here. And I'm pretty sure that's everything we need to do early on. Once we did all of these, oh, there's like one more Cypher here. They also explode in one shot, only on higher difficulties we know. Once we're done with this, we need to aim at this, right? Get lost, Snake. We need to aim at like this position, like slight down from this corner. That's where the first head will be of this incoming guard. There will be, on very easy, 2 guards coming out. One is here on the top left and one is on the bottom right afterwards. And then now you just aim at the spot that I did. Get rid of this one. And there
it was too late.
Yeah, that's one of those things. The good thing is, like, it doesn't matter. It's just pre-aiming for you, basically. Alright. Both guards done. That's it. And from here on out, I basically just look at it with first-person view to check if there's someone else coming. Like, I would not pause in your case. Just follow along. We just shoot these ciphers here. Like, there's no real strategy. Just shoot them. Because again, they all explode in one shot. I'm very easy. And then once we get to the second pillar, there's another lineup, which I think I'm not showing now because I don't have any other ciphers yet. The second lineup is like in the center here. There's this little guardrail lining here. If you look up to it, like in the where this gap is, in the center of the gap, then height-wise at least, that's when the next guard will come out and his head will be there. So once the gamma is like all the way in behind this one and then goes all the way to the right, I basically just start shooting in this angle. Of course, I can also stand here on the ammo box already. Like infinite ammo. But yeah. Roughly here, that's my alignment. Yeah. Again, if you don't hit the head on his body instead, it's just 3 shots in the body. But this is like a rough lineup for later. Again, just be safe. I'm gonna check here. Like I didn't miss anything. Nope. Again, I have only been doing EUX for like 1.5 months. Very easy. It's very refreshing, almost surprising how little is actually happening here. Yeah. There's sadly nothing we can do to speed her up. Which, okay, that's like halfway correct. There is technically something we can do. We can like barely zoom onto here, and there's a chance she will like do a quick step forward. But there's an equal chance that she will fall over and then cost you time. So like an IL version tries to constantly have her speed up. And like 0% of the time she will fall over. In reality, she will fall over every now and then. And that will actually cost you more time than it's worth. Once these 2 guards are taken care of, there will be another cipher coming up here. From the right. Bring them, I think very easy, that's it. I don't think there's any more ciphers coming out. Oh yeah. Now we wait. We can't. The
most exciting part.
I was gonna say, like, even with a trainer or anything, we cannot speed this up. There's no like game time, like game speed or something like that we can just increase to like 5x, so we can, even when we practice, just fast forward in here. You just gotta wait it out. Yep. In any case, once she's reached all the way, if she reaches this spot here, that's when the cutscene will come in and we fight Vamp. And I'm very easy because there's no shake and we have like more than enough ammo. I'm very easy. We usually just go here. We immediately go in scope. Just tap very slightly to the left on D-pad. Like, on analog stick. On analog stick, very slight tap to the left and then spamming down with turbo on square. And then basically insta kills Vamp 2. No zooming in, no zooming out, just like as the scope automatically gets put on, like tap to the left with analog stick and then spamming down. All we gotta do here. And console runners, of course, without turbo, just like pop, 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 pop. So yeah. I'm gonna have some water.
Emma, move.
Thankfully, we're getting ready for the end game here, which is not much anymore.
God, the race is another practice thing.
There's more cipher for you. There's one more for me as well. Oh, right, there is another cipher coming. Thank God.
Oh, and to the right, not to the left. Oh, God.
Yeah, like very, very slight tilt.
Yeah, I was going to the left.
There we go. All right. There is technically a guard upstairs. Oh, wait, no, very easy. I think it's at the bottom behind the door. Which is only important for dog tag runs. For regular any percent, like there's no difference here. So we just take the stairs up. So we go through the door here. Just follow along, it's fine. Go through the door, to the left, take the stairs up, and then leave to the bottom right. One thing before we leave. Yeah, one thing before we leave, we do a cartwheel and do a slight optimization. Doing this cartwheel, we tap R2 to get the sniper back in hands. And from then, we do another menu to the side to go to the AK. So cartwheel, tap, to the side, doesn't matter which one. So with the AK in hand. We need this because for the next room, when we enter it, we're going to shoot the first cipher and the third cipher. So like this here. Shoot. And once again, keep it down left to not get hit here. Halfway down. And we just shoot all the way so the third cipher is gone. And we're back here in 𝐶𝐿𝐿 core 1F. We can do the cartwheel here again if we want to. This time it worked first try. And then we enter the elevator. Feel free to follow me. And then we're gonna do some more skipping and stuff. Get ready, of course, to not confirm the save prompt. Cancel this one.
Why am I not hitting?
You normally just stand underneath it and do no FPV aiming, just auto aiming. There you go.
It's been a while, hasn't it? Jack
Yeah, you can just move
Ripper.
on. Oh, yeah, gotta shoot this one, shoot this one. Yep. And now we can go. Just go.
You know this fellow?
Yeah, normally, just when you're under the door frame, you can shoot with just auto aim. Should hit the first cipher. Like I said, described, you go over there. I think you did too late. And just shoot the third cipher as you cross the bridge. It's like on easy and very easy, the bridge gets fully reconstructed again. So yeah, we here.
Olga, you can't keep this up. They're bound to find you.
Listen, I'll free you in a little while. Brace yourself.
Already gonna explain it as we go through here, so we don't need to wait. But like, she punches us, the camera goes back up. I already hold down selected because we want to open the codec and we want to manually call Rose here. Get ready to, of course, cancel the save prompt. Oops. Well, it looked like it didn't get out. That's funny. And then afterwards, we're gonna keep holding down turbo to cancel out of the codec. And then we get freed. We don't need to wait for her to call us. We can just call her ourselves and then get away. So as soon as we enter the next room, we gotta immediately hold down codec. So we enter codec as we enter the room. So the first ring can answer this codec. Right. Afterwards, get ready to immediately hold right and do a cartwheel to the right. That allows us to bypass this guard, which I just did. And from then on, we go up the stairs. Once we hit this first step of the second set of stairs, we're gonna answer another codec call.
Is there somebody there?
First set, second set, first step, codec call.
Right.
Answer it and move on. I'm going to show you this simple version for beginners. We could technically go up north here and then knock out that guy and go over the gap, but it's relatively tight timing. So for beginners, I recommend just turning left here and keep walking. This guy will look south. There's no cameras here. We can do one cartwheel over the gap here. If you miss the gap and fall down, keep walking north and go to the top left where there's another set of stairs. Just be sure that this one guy, this one tango that's there, you actually knock out. Just go up these stairs and then basically connect back up again here on top, like here, and we leave through the top right door. Once again here, we want to hold down codec as we enter the door to get the first codec out of the way. And then we want to stand on this circle and answer all the codecs. And now Code can also join us. So I don't know what happened here, but yeah, when you stand in this first circle, there will be 4 more codecs, and after the 5th one, you can just hold down for a 6th one automatically. I'm already at this part where the sword tutorials. When you get back in here, just swing once, and the 40-second or something like 40-second timer will start. And we just have to wait like in this northern half of this pipe. We can advance on to Tango 1. What is happening?
Well, it's a 6 codec.
I had
or
also
7
way
even.
more than 5. I am very confused right now. What is happening?
It's also always the same codec, I think.
Do we need to stand like further up in the pipe? Because I needed to walk up a little bit. See?
Come on, time to go.
Oh, I was too far down. We need to be further in.
Okay.
I explained it
If you
wrong.
run out of
Okay.
ammo, you can have mine.
Yeah, this is one of those things I don't even do consciously anymore. I just do. So when I explain it, I failed it. I'm so sorry for this. You're going to be further up. Though Tango 1 and very easy is, well, simple. We use our AK, shoot everyone that we meet, and at the top end where the door is, we lean against the door, press FPV, do in FPV, like while we are down R1, punch, punch, kick, and then as we do the kick and turn around, we let go of FPV, and then extends right in hitbox to go through the door. That's the basic idea. I'm just going to wait for code to catch up so we can do this one after another. We can technically also do Prozac skip. So as we lean against the door for a magazine or a grenade or a chaff or a stun, and if we turn around in the right time and we also touch the load zone on the other end. For many people, doing this though with the punch punch kick is easier. So it depends on like what you want to do. It works as a backup, but yeah. Alright, code already starting here, so I'm gonna follow. Just run up.
Oh.
There you go. Alright. And for Tango 2, there's a little bit of strategy, so I'm going to explain it before we enter the fight. Tango 2, we're actually going to go in, and we want to prepare the stinger on a previous and go back. But when we enter a Tango 2, actually we're going to have to SOCOM and the stinger on previous. And we're going to start the fight by holding auto aim. We're going to run up and shoot like the guy that's to the top right. We're going to stand in the middle of like a little box, and we're going to see in just a second. And then we turn left and shoot with the stinger. So in action, it looks like this. Move on forward. Ready? Do it here. Inside the box. Now I shoot with the stinger. I do this without exploding myself. And like this spot here. There's spot. That's demonstrated on screen. This is where we want to stand. And from here on out, I can just shoot all these cars as they come down. Snake will take care of anyone that we miss. And we're just going to spam down with our stinger. You can literally spam down. We got 100 shots and we got instant full backup later here. The only thing we want to do is we want to basically shoot like the left side of this door frame here. And then all the bullets that get out probably immediately hit any of these tangos as they go out of the door frame. So I'm actually just toning down a turbo button here, but if you don't have turbo, you can just tap where, for example, very casually. It's not reliant on turbo. Yeah, once we get enough tangos, go, just follow me. Once we get enough tangos, we're done with this game right now.
It came as a complete
right.
surprise when Ocelot discovered the S3 data from GW.
Good. And then, yeah, just shoot the door frame and we're done.
Using fire,
I think it's 24 we need to kill.
the perfect assassin.
So very easy and easy. We don't do that 𝐸𝐮 skip that you maybe have seen from me when I did Extreme or European Extreme runs.
Solid
𝐸𝐮 skip is only worth doing time-wise, starting with normal difficulty or high difficulty. For very easy and easy, it's just not worth it. It's actually faster to kill these Tengus as they come out the door.
Foxhound Commando. When Foxhound no longer exists, a simulated solid snake shaped
Yeah,
by VR
we're getting ready for the second to last boss fight. Race on very easy, a non-issue.
I'm sorry to
Because we're gonna just need to kill 3.
Patriots puppet
And all of these 3 will go down with one shot.
use of you.
Well, one shot into the mouth.
Solid Snake's sudden appearance.
Okay, you're done.
Your arrival. It was obvious that
At the start of the fight,
ranks.
we need to calm.
Smoke out the agent
I
before
have a feeling, yeah, we do this as they start. Yeah, it's the first ray in the middle, right up in the mouth, and the left one we aim on the mouth, and he will open his mouth as the stinger approaches him. The right one will jump on stage. For him, we do one cartwheel back, knee, mouth, fight done. Sorry that I'm so bad at explaining very easy. It's been a while since I did it myself. Skip the save pause, and then we just turbo through everything here, including, of course, the torture. Alright, I'm going to code it for everything here, and then I'm going to explain Solidus, and then we're done. Like I said, there's not much here anymore. So at the end, after all these codecs, there will be 2 cutscenes. I usually manually skip them, because at the start of the fight, what I want to do is I hold D-pad left, and I tap circle once to just give him one of my elbows. And then after that, we're going to go into the Solidus loop on very easy, which is just slash him 3 times with the sword, and then get distance to him, like 2 cartwheels worth of distance almost. Why? Because then he will go into his rocket phase. We cartwheel through the rockets because we're definitely cool now at this point. And we do 3 more slashes and repeat. That's the first phase. And the second phase, we just do 3 slashes, take a distance, and hope that he gives us both hands his elbow, and then the fight is over. So, this is how it looks like in action. Of course, because I needed to pause and explain, doesn't happen. Try again here. Bro, fuck off.
Game's not cooperating today.
Not at all. But I want to do it. I'm just gonna start the slashes. Normally, you need to open it up. Like I said, 3 slashes, distance here. Halfway through the rockets. 1, 2, 3. Distance. Just to fight. Cartwheel. 1, 2, 3. Get your distance to him. That's phase 1 done. And phase 2 is 2 more times of these 3 slashes and we're done. For phase 2, we just need to block him and we go back to the slashes. Depending on what he does like a 3 slashes with a big stab at the end. He gives us the elbow or like something else. Like this is the elbow. That's the greatest, the fastest. We're going to take a distance and hope for a second elbow. Let's see. No, it's 3 slashes and then 1, 2, 3. We're done. That's all. It's like, it's not really worth mentioning. Skip through everything. Here's the credits for 9 minutes 25. And at the end, there's 2 more cutscenes that we're going to skip. And then we get the score.
Of course.
And yeah, Coach, thanks for joining me here. Thanks for keeping me company and allow me to teach you MGS2 again. Love it.
Yeah,
Why not?
thanks for reteaching me.
Yeah, a little refresher with like the latest knowledge for beginners. And of course, thank you all out there for watching. Hope you had a good time. Hope you took something from it if you watched it again. And as always, thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.